Hello everyone, in this video, I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Moeed Pirzada to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Moeed Pirzada's words. Imran Khan's Twitter handle released a message in Urdu which contains 2 to 3 important points that I will discuss. Imran Khan in his tweet mentioned how he is being treated in Adiala jail, and he believes that no political leader in Pakistan's history has been treated this way. He added that no political leader's non-political wife has ever been imprisoned in such a manner. He is absolutely right. He is saying that people confuse the situation, as they say that Maryam Nawaz, Benazir Bhutto, and many other women politicians have also been to jail. However, Imran Khan clarified that those women were directly involved in politics. They held political positions and they were part of power politics. But no political leader, be it Wali Khan, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, Nawaz Sharif or Shah Mahmud Qureshi, had their wives treated in such a way as has been done with Imran Khan to humiliate him and mentally torture him. We all know that he feels this deeply because he feels guilty that his wife, Bushra Begum, is facing all of this due to him. Imran Khan pointed this out. He then mentioned how his family has been denied visits. He said that even his lawyers have no access to him. The books sent by his family have not reached him in jail, and the old books he has already read. He added that the water provided for his ablution is dirty and muddy, making it impossible to perform his religious duties properly. You know, this situation really reflects a larger issue, a sort of collective consciousness of the Pakistani people, their character, and honestly, our nation's identity. It's not just about the generals, it reflects our national character as a whole. We've done the same thing with Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. There's this common belief in Pakistan that Henry Kissinger was responsible for Bhutto's downfall, though, to be fair, there's no material evidence to support this in international relations literature. Interestingly, Kissinger has actually praised Bhutto's leadership in his own books, calling it exceptional at a time when Pakistan was facing a pretty serious crisis. He emphasized how Bhutto inspired the people of Pakistan and brought them back to the world map. However, Kissinger also pointed out that the way the Pakistani people later treated Bhutto was, well, not exactly flattering. This, in many ways, reflects the same treatment being given to Imran Khan in Adiala jail. So, you see, it's not just about generals or colonels, it's really about the nation's character as a whole. Imran Khan's message, you see, is that he's enduring all of this for the sake of his nation. He wants to see his people united, and his greatest asset, really, is the trust people have in him. He also pointed to the election fraud that took place on February 8, 2024. He emphasized that this is not the time for the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf leadership to be divided and fighting among themselves. According to him, the focus must be on the movement and protests on August 5, 2025. However, he also mentioned that he doesn't see much momentum for it at the moment. Now, if I or anyone else were to say this, people would probably accuse us of spreading despair. But according to Imran Khan, he doesn't see much momentum. Much. Moving on, Imran Khan's sister, Alima Khan, held a press conference outside Adiala jail in the last 24 hours. In this conference, she stated that she had been denied a meeting with Imran Khan for 3 months. However, now even his other family members, Usma and Maureen, have been prevented from meeting him. Bushra Begum did manage to meet with her daughter. This tweet could be the result of the message reaching out through the proper channels, and it suggests that even Imran Khan's voice is being silenced. On the other hand, many analysts and political observers are speculating that the acquittal of Shah Mahmud Qureshi and the 10-year sentences for others like Yasmin Rashid and Senator Ijaz Chaudhry may indicate a political shift within PTI. This shift might involve reorganization and potentially a closer alliance between PTI and the Pakistan People's Party, putting pressure on the Sharif family. Some analysts have also pointed out that Shah Mahmud Qureshi's acquittal could signify a new political structure within PTI. They believe that Barrister Gohar and Ali Amin Gandapur might play significant roles in the future structure of PTI. Dr. Shahbaz Gill, a well-known PTI leader, also recently discussed a video conference that took place in 2023, where Nawaz Sharif allegedly stated that it was time to hit Imran Khan. Dr. Shahbaz Gill pointed out that the word hit in Punjab's context often refers to killing someone. He mentioned that Nawaz Sharif said that after May 9, 2023, it was time to hit Imran Khan. According to Dr. Gill, the implication was that Imran Khan was to be silenced by any means necessary, including violence, as they believed the military was with them. This reflects the broader political landscape in Pakistan, where leaders like Nawaz Sharif, Maryam Nawaz and others have been involved in similar tactics of using state institutions to achieve their political goals. While there has been much speculation regarding the political machinations of PTI, it's clear that Imran Khan's voice and his leadership are at the heart of the struggle. In a different development, Imran Khan's sons, Qasim and Sulman, recently met with Donald Trump's team in California, which has raised questions about their strategy and the optics of these meetings. Some believe that this move could be part of a bigger plan involving international pressure, while others question the effectiveness of these meetings with relatively insignificant political figures in the United States. Now, I want to mention that I interviewed Ambassador Zalmay Khalilzad, the former United States ambassador to Afghanistan, Iraq, and the United Nations about a couple of hours ago. He has had a long and distinguished career, and he shared his insights on Afghanistan, United States foreign policy, and even discussed Imran Khan. In the interview, Ambassador Khalilzad spoke highly of Imran Khan and praised his leadership, which I did not expect. He mentioned that he had met Imran Khan several times and found him to be a principled leader. As I recalled my initial words from this video, Imran Khan is such a personality. I'm very much impressed by him, very much inspired by him. Imran Khan could have lived a great life anywhere in the world, in Britain, in Europe, as a celebrity. But he loves Pakistan so much that he's sacrificed his life for the people of Pakistan. I asked him, "You've become quite quiet since the meeting between Donald Trump and General Asim Munir." He laughed and said, "No, that's not the case," and then he shared several memories of his meetings with Imran Khan. He spoke about how Donald Trump views Imran Khan and how the former First Lady of the United States perceives him. He made many comments on this, which I will release in a video in a few hours in English. Be sure to watch it. Now let's move to the power dynamics in Iran, Israel and the Middle East. Just 24 hours ago, the president of Iran, Moeed Pirzada, gave an extensive interview to Al Jazeera. And remember, just a few days ago, President Moeed Pirzada also gave an interview to the prominent American journalist, Mr. Tucker Carlson. This is the same interview in which he said many important things. But he specifically mentioned that Iran does not want to make nuclear weapons because Imam Khomeini issued a fatwa against it. However, he said that it is Iran's right to conduct nuclear enrichment. This is the same interview with Tucker Carlson where he also mentioned that Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu had attempted to assassinate Moeed Pirzada during a National Security Committee meeting. There was an attack on that meeting and Moeed Pirzada was slightly injured. Now, regarding Moeed Pirzada's interview on Al Jazeera, it follows the stance taken by Iran's Foreign Minister, Mr. Abbas Araghchi, in an interview given a few days ago, probably on Monday or Tuesday. In this interview, Moeed Pirzada reinforced the position taken by Abbas Araghchi. He emphasized that Iran has every right to enrich uranium and will never back down from that stance. The knowledge and capacity for this are not in any device or infrastructure, but reside in the minds of Iranian scientists. This entire plan is a domestic one for Iran, as it is based on their indigenous knowledge base. No one can take this away from them. I've seen similar comments from American analysts such as Professor John Mearsheimer, who claimed that Iran's nuclear program is not borrowed or stolen from anywhere. It is entirely indigenous, and ending it through Israeli attacks is not possible. Moeed Pirzada also mentioned that Prime Minister Netanyahu had attempted to kill him. The story goes that during a National Security Committee meeting, there was an attack that injured Pirzada. As I analysed in a previous vlog, Iranian leadership is taking a maximalist position at a time when their negotiations are taking place. On one side, they are negotiating with the European three, Britain, Germany and France, and on the other side, they are engaged with China and Russia. Donald Trump has set a deadline of August 30th for a deal with Iran concerning nuclear enrichment. If the deal doesn't happen by then, there could be consequences, potentially leading to war. In a previous vlog, I made a mistake by stating that the meeting with the European three would take place on Monday, but it was, in fact, on Tuesday. The meeting between Iranian representatives and China and Russia took place regarding the nuclear issue. Also, a few days ago, Russia's president was asked by journalists if Russia had helped Iran during the ongoing conflict. The Russian president responded by saying that Iran never asked Russia for any defense guarantees, even though Russia would have provided them if asked. Iran seems to be heading towards a defensive arrangement post the Israel-Iran conflict, and there has been a detailed New York Times article that claims Iran wants closer defense coordination with Russia and China. Iran is currently conducting joint military exercises in two different theaters with the Russians and the Chinese. Now, as I stated in previous vlogs, the situation in Iran is growing tenser as the E3, which consists of Britain, Germany and France, is pushing for a new agreement similar to the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, where Iran was allowed to enrich uranium up to 3.75%. However, the United States is offering a consortium involving Qatar, Saudi Arabia and Iran to share uranium enrichment for peaceful purposes, which Iran has rejected. Iran's main aim is to continue uranium enrichment to keep leverage over the United States and the West without crossing the line into weapon development, which they believe could be dangerous. Meanwhile, Israel does not want to see the economic sanctions lifted from Iran, which adds another layer of complexity. One very interesting aspect I want to share is that Masoud Bajishi mentioned in his Al Jazeera interview that the war between Iran and Israel is at a pause, like India's foreign minister described it as held in abeyance. Iran's president has stated that the war with Israel is not over, and there is a real sense that it could resume at any time. Iran is fully prepared for this, and they recognize that Israel caused them substantial damage in the 12-day conflict. However, they have also inflicted deep harm to Israel, though Israel does not admit it. Iranian officials are also consistently saying that they suffered heavy losses during the war, with the foreign minister admitting that they are still assessing the total damage, and once completed, they will share the findings with the IAEA. Iran's Atomic Energy Commission is conducting this assessment. In the last few days, there has been a growing realization that Israel is continuing sabotage and terror attacks within Iran. These attacks have affected civilians and government facilities, but Iran is not openly acknowledging that Israel is behind them because that would force them to respond. Iran has tried to downplay the incidents by attributing them to gas leaks or outdated equipment, but the attacks have been numerous, and the pattern is clear. There is a joke circulating in Iran that Netanyahu's face now appears on gas cylinders in reference to these attacks. This parallels an earlier incident when Iran's president was killed in a helicopter crash, which was initially reported as an accident, but later suspected to have been a targeted assassination by Israel. So we find ourselves again at a critical juncture where war could resume at any moment between Iran and Israel. These next few weeks are going to be incredibly important. In India, there have been some significant developments as well. The Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankar, resigned due to health reasons, but reports suggest he was also deeply disappointed. He felt disrespected by the Ministry of External Affairs, which did not extend the same level of honour and protocol as previous vice presidents received. He only had 4 foreign trips during his tenure, compared to his predecessors who typically had 13 or 14 trips over 5 years. He was also not invited to key meetings or events, like when the United States Vice President visited and meetings were arranged, but he was not included. Due to this embarrassment, he reportedly left Delhi and went to Jaipur. So these are the circumstances that led to his resignation. Speculation is rife, but the exact reasons behind this are still unclear. Time will tell. That wraps up our translation of Moeed Pirzada's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.